alone. She has to prove she can do this by herself. And of course, Charlotte's trying to calm down her dad because he's getting furious and everything. He's telling Stephanie, hey, the only reason I ever respected you or liked you is because you're the wife of Triple H. But truthfully, you're a bad businesswoman. So basically, Flair getting excited, overreacting. Charlotte's trying to, I guess, calm him down because she knows what he can do. And I'm sorry if this is in two parts. Knows what he's capable of. Basically, Flair wants to go toe-to-toe with Shane, I should say. And Shane's like, look, Rick, I have too much respect for you to fight you, okay? I don't want to fight you. I have too much respect. And Stephanie basically gets in her brother's way and says, Shane, I know you have a lot of respect for Rick, and that's okay, but I don't. And she turns around and slaps him, right? Basically slaps him so hard he falls right down, and the fans are cheering it. They are basically cheering what Stephanie did, to the point that you hear a Stephanie chant, and it's like, holy smokes. She slaps Ric Flair. She gets a few boos, but you have her being cheered by fans that are like, finally, she's doing something that we can actually cheer her for. So anyway, she slaps him. Natalia's not happy about this. She wants to get in Stephanie's face, but not Natalya, but Charlotte. She's not happy about this. She wants to get in Stephanie's face and try to get at her, but Natalya steps in her way, puts her in the sharpshooter as the referees and securities are getting Flair out of the ring. And as soon as Charlotte's put in the sharpshooter, she starts tapping almost immediately. And the announcers are basically acknowledging that this potentially could be what happens on Sunday. Now, but basically, like I said, the Flairs are not too happy about this stipulation. And the only reason it's there is because they want Charlotte to prove on her own so she can do this. And that she can be champion on her own. And, like I said, they're obviously not happy with it. And all that. And Stephanie even tells Charlotte that if she doesn't sign the contract for the match, then she'll forfeit the title right there tonight on Raw. So Charlotte's like, I guess I'm signing it. Now, potentially what this could lead to is Natalya winning the championship on Sunday, but then dropping it back to Charlotte maybe the next night on Raw in a rematch, or maybe at Money in the Bank. I could see that happening. But what I could also see in between, if they want to try to hold off on Triple H and Shane, I could see them building to maybe something between Stephanie and Charlotte. Hear me out. The way Charlotte was getting in Stephanie's face, it's almost like I was saying, it's almost like they're playing up the fact that Charlotte thinks she's better than everybody else. She's bigger than everybody else. That it's about her. She's the greatest thing ever. I mean, she even, I think, in her promo, acknowledged that she's a legend along with her father. So basically, the storyline is she's letting all this glitz and glamour of being champion and being a Flair and go straight to her head. And to me, after what happened tonight, whether she retains on Sunday or she doesn't, it's leading to, if they want to hold off on a Triple H and Shane, which could be a great match building towards SummerSlam, to me, it's like they're building towards possibly a match either at Battleground or Money in the Bank, maybe even SummerSlam with Stephanie and Charlotte. I could see that. Now, as far as Triple H coming back and confronting Shane, I can see why they're playing Stephanie up in this manner. They're playing her up to either show that in the end, when she ends up turning on her brother, she's going to get such massive heat that people are going to want to see her get her ass kicked by whoever. Or they're playing her up to the point that, yes, being around her brother is making her see the bigger picture, making her see exactly what her brother's been talking about, and maybe even remind her of what maybe her and Hunter wanted to originally do in 2013 before her father stuck his nose in their business. So I could see her maybe being played up to the point that when Triple H comes back and confronts Shane and wants Shane's position in power, basically wants Shane gone, she's going to be stuck in the middle. Like, she wants to support her husband, but she's also going to want to support her brother because of what he's been bringing to the table with this new era along with her. So it'll be really, really interesting to see how that plays out with Stephanie, because I think in between that, whether they hold off on it till SummerSlam, which would probably be a bigger payoff if you think about it, or hold off on it till Battleground, which is the month before, I could see them building to a Charlotte-Stephanie match. I could see that. I can see them building to that and maybe have a stipulation added to it where if Charlotte's the women's champion at that time, it's not for the title, but it's for control. I could see that. It's for Stephanie's control in the company, her power, her position in the company. I could see that. Basically for her control of the company. Like Charlotte could say, if I beat you, I get your control. I get your power. I get to make the decisions that you make. I get to book any kind of match I want. I could do this or that. I could see them playing up to that if they want to go in that direction. And it seems like they're teasing it. They're teasing that right now. But we'll have to wait and see what happens on Sunday as far as Extreme Rules goes, if they give it to Natalya or they don't, and see exactly whether or not they pull the trigger on Triple H and Shane heading into SummerSlam in the next few months. But like I said, it's also going to be the deciding factor on Sunday and going forward whether Stephanie is going to be sort of playing the role of somebody that wants to support both her brother and her husband, and she's stuck in the middle, or she's going to be played up to the point that when the eventual turning happens, she's going to get such massive heat, people are going to want to see somebody like a Bayley or a Sasha or whoever, maybe even a Charlotte, come in, maybe even Dana Brooke if they want to turn her face, come out and beat her ass. So I could see that, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm looking more like right now that they could be playing it up to where the best and safest decision is to have her be like kind of supportive of both when Triple H comes back for both her and her brother and her husband, and that I could see Vince McMahon coming in and saying, okay, Hunter wants Shane's power, Shane wants to keep power. How about we have a match at SummerSlam, or have a match at Battleground or whatever, and Stephanie, you're the referee. I don't know. Now, I could see Triple H coming back, and I could see them WWE washing their hands of the whole, let's make Triple H Shane. And I could see Hunter coming back and sort of being in the same position as Stephanie. Like, hey, I like what Shane's doing, and I don't want to change it. And yet you could have Vince McMahon come back and say, this is not what I wanted. And you either beat the crap out of him, get him out of here so it goes back to the way it was, or you're going to pay. I could see that happening. And it looks like to me as well, we're getting the beginnings of a summer feud. A summer feud that's going to lead into a potential War Games match at the last of the Big Four. At one of the last two of the Big Four. Or because there's talk going around that War Games in some way could be brought back. So I could see maybe that kind of a match culminating with the old era versus the new era. I could see that because it looks like that's what they're playing off here. So we'll just have to wait and see. But overall, that's my two-part review, and I do apologize if it was in two parts. Two-part review of Monday Night Raw. I hope you guys liked it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about Raw. What do you believe is going to come out of Extreme Rules this Sunday? Which direction do you think they're going to go with certain matches and storylines? And I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are on Extreme Rules later. But let me know down below. Comment if you like. And I'm out.